Hi guys, in this video I just want to go over a few of the tools that I use and show you the effectiveness of each of the tools and why I use them. So let's start with the bone saw. This was from Games Workshop and it's a fantastic tool. It really is. I can't fault it at all. I mean, as usual, if there's any one fault, it's the cost. It is quite expensive. I think it was £14, but the product itself, it was such a godsend working on the Titan. Some of the resin blocks that you get with that Titan is just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, like huge boulder blocks of resin that needed to be cut away. Now, I had no tool that was able to move those blocks without damaging the model, which you definitely don't want to do. And we've just got a tiny little bit of sprue here, some resin sprue, and you can see that, I mean, I'll just do one cut if I can on camera, because I'm a bit awkward with the camera in my face, and I don't want to chop my fingers off because this thing is sharp, but that was just one cut, and you can see how deep it's gone. It goes through this thing like butter. So GW Bone Saw, I really highly recommend it for anyone that wants to do some serious conversion work. And obviously it's going to work much better if you've got a voice there to hold the parts in there, like if you're cutting off an arm and so on and so forth. But yeah, a brilliant tool to have. The next thing I want to show is, it's from outside of our hobby, but it's the perfect tool for our hobby. I mean, I'm going to be calling it a hobby knife throughout this video, but it's from the medical industry normally, and it's from a company called Swan & Morton. And I've got to say, this tool is fantastic. Not only is this solid metal, this is never going to break on you, but also you got a nice handy little measuring device on there. I know it's simplistic, but as silly as it sounds, it helped me on the Titan put in the placements of my magnets in without finding a ruler at my toolbox there. So it was handy to have it. And also the device to hold the blades in is fantastic. The blades are not going to come out while you're using it. I'll try and get it on camera without fluffing it, hopefully, me taking a blade out. So I'd pull it down, pull it over the little hatch there, and I'd just pull it up. There we go, like so. And it's a nice tight fit. So, and then you just pull it down and it will clip back over that notch there. So apart from the actual product being absolutely fantastic and top quality, the price is fantastic. I think I paid for this hobby blade knife and the actual holder itself and 25 blades, £7 including shipping. Now, to put that into perspective, I mean, you can even go to some of the smaller modelling manufacturers of hobby knife there, like Army Paint and whatnot, and I think they still charge £8 or £9 for a blade, for a knife with a few blades. So I personally haven't found a product as good quality as this with such value for money. And the other cool thing is, I'll show you like the hobby blades. I keep calling them hobby blades, but yeah, that's what I use them for anyway. So come in like sets of 5 in these 4 packs, and this is how they come. And also they come in so many different blade sizes. I tend to favour the 10A and I think the number 11 blade. And again, like I say, product itself is amazing, and so is the price of it. So if you're gonna be going and buying a hobby knife anytime soon, I really highly recommend looking for this. I purchased it from eBay, and there's plenty of people on there selling this sort of thing. So yep, brilliant knife. Let's go on to the next thing. I'm going to talk a few of the like problems or solutions I had to find for working on the Titan. Now, you'll remember in a previous Titan video, I had to make some exhaust stacks, and it was fairly straightforward really. Luckily for me, the Titan came with these like curved pipe joints that some tubing fitted towards the weapons. Now, because obviously I've magnetised the weapons, I didn't need the tubing areas. So this worked out perfectly for me to use some plastic card pipe and rod and put the smokestacks in there. Now, I didn't go with this design in the end because I wanted the stacks to look really worn and rusty and split at the ends. But you can see that you can easily put 2 gauges of pipe in it and There you go, looks like a Rhino type exhaust sort of thing. So that was fairly straightforward, and the stuff that I used for that was this stuff, Evergreen Scale Models, and I really think this stuff's cool. I got it in a set where it was mixed rod and pipe of different gauges, and you can see that it's absolutely tiny. And this sort of stuff here is absolutely perfect to use for rivets. You cut it in absolutely tiny slithers, and you can use it for rivets on your plastic card. So that's another thing. I mean, plastic cards, you can get it really cheap. I mean, I picked these up, these sheets, and again, different gauges of thicknesses. And if you're doing any sort of kit bashing, invaluable stuff to have to the hobbyists. So that's what I used there. Next thing is I had to come up with a solution for the lenses, or I should say windows, for the Titan head. Now this kit is, again, I'll say it again, I think it's phenomenal. I love it, but you got such an amazing kit, it can be all spoiled by the fact that you've got a window section there and it's completely void of glass. It just looks silly to me. So I needed to come up with a solution to fix that problem, and I had a eureka moment. I was looking around to try and find some black clear plastic card, and I couldn't find any. And perfect solution. Now it's not perfectly dark, but it is tinted fairly dark. These are the free glasses you get when you go to see a 3D movie, and the lens, again, absolutely perfect. It's not too thick that it's not going to bend and conform to the curvature of that window section there, but it's not too thin that it's going to distort and wobble. So absolutely perfect solution, and it didn't cost me anything. So if anyone's got a Titan lying around, or they're thinking of purchasing one in future, I think it's an absolutely perfect solution to use. The lenses from the 3D cinema glasses. So that was how I solved that problem. The next small little problem I had was I wanted to put a grill in the top carapace of the Titan. And to be honest, again, I wasn't sure what to use, so I was starting to do some eBay searches for brass, etch, wire mesh and that sort of thing. And the prices that people were asking for was ridiculous for what I wanted to use it for, just a tiny little section on this. So again, come up with a solution, and this, I believe, is a splash catcher that like you'd use in the kitchen to stop things splashing out of pans and stuff like that. But again, absolutely perfect. The sharp pair of scissors, able to just cut it down to the size that I wanted it. As you can see there, the gauge is just perfect. And then what I had to do was weather it up with some weathering pigments, seal it in with some matte varnish, and that's the end result. And I think it worked out really well. I'm, very happy with the end result, considering it cost me next to nothing. I think it was a set of 3 of those from Poundland. So fantastic. So I think that's it for this video. I've got more videos to come showing you some of the other things that I've worked on this Titan. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.